I died, believing in her lies. My heart was broken long before her blade touched me. Elena, the woman I loved, stood over me like a cold goddess of death. Everything I gave her was used to destroy me. But when my soul drifted in the void, a voice echoed in my head. The system. It woke up for the first time. I woke up, gasping. No blood, no pain. I was back in my room at the Magic Academy. 10 years before the fall, the mirror showed a boy. But my eyes, they were the eyes of a man who had seen hell. The hunt begins today. In this life, I was known as the Monolith Noble. A loser, they have no idea what power I'm about to unleash. System mission. Clear the hidden trial of the library. Reward, S-rank gravity magic. I will take it all. The secrets they kept from me in my past life. They are mine now. Knowledge is the ultimate weapon. And there she was. Elena, she approached me with that same poisonous kindness. But this time, I won't be fooled. I didn't say a word. I just walked past her. The look of shock on her face. It was only the beginning of a nightmare. The combat exam. In my past life, this was the day of my ultimate humiliation. But this time, everything is different. His movements are slow and predictable. To me, it is as if he is moving through water. I have faced far worse. Gravity press. A simple spell, but with the system's enhancement. It is more than enough to bring a giant to his knees. The system never lies. Every victory makes me stronger. The gap between us will only continue to grow. I can feel her gaze on my back. She wonders how a piece of magicless trash became a monster. Let her wonder. The heart of the first king is hidden right beneath these floors. The very artifact Elena used to betray my family. The air here is thick with ancient curses. In my previous life, I wasn't strong enough to enter. Now, it's just a step. The heart of the abyss. This was supposed to be her ultimate weapon. I will take it for myself. The pain is unbearable. Like my soul is being torn apart and rebuilt. But it is nothing compared to her betrayal. The fusion is complete. I am no longer just I am the lord of the Abyss. I am Gomi. I spent my first life in the cold shadows of this library, betrayed by those I trusted. But the Abyss forged me into something far more dangerous. The royal ballroom is filled with the stench of false nobility. They don't recognize the ghost walking among them. Let the play begin. There, says Elena, draped in gold and greed, standing beside her puppet prince. Her eyes realize the man she discarded has returned. I offer a bow of mockery. The whispers of the nobles fill the air like insects. Can you hear them? They are whispering your downfall. Go ahead, prince. Reach for your steel. Your royal blood won't protect you from the violet flame burning in my eyes. What, as the wine turns to ash? This is the weight of my intimidation, a taste of the void you sent me into. You dare reach out with that mask of concern. I see the hunger in your eyes, Elena. You only want my new power. Pull your hand away. Your touch is a stain. In this life, you're nothing more than a fleeting shadow in my path. The path clears as if the world is afraid. I leave this den of vipers, my cape fluttering like the wings of death. The moon bleeds red, signaling a new trial. The Demon King's tomb calls. My journey for total vengeance has only just begun. The Demon King's tomb, a place from which no one has ever returned alive. But for me, this is just the first checkpoint on the path to becoming a god. The air here is toxic, saturated with the ancient, cursed mana of a dead king. A single mistake, and my soul will be consumed. The Tomb Guardians. I remember them from my past life. They were the reason Elena's explorers failed here. This time, they will become my stepping stones. Gravity, 100-fold. The weight of their own existence became their doom. The system's magic is far superior to anything taught in the academy. System notification. Passive skill. Gravity shield. Acquire. Exen, my defense will no longer be my weak point. According to the memories I have, the king's true artifact isn't at the end of the dungeon. It's here, hidden at the very bottom of the void. It was a gamble with death, a single moment of hesitation, and I'd be nothing but a splatter on the ground. But a regressor has no room for fear. The true guardian. It nearly got me with its shadow venom, but it didn't know that my gravity magic can stop shadows themselves. The crown of despair. It grants the user control over the minds of others. The perfect weapon for a tyrant and for a man who wants to destroy a kingdom. The pain. It felt like my past self was being burnt away. System. Welcome, the first and last Shadow Monarch. Now, let the real game begin. I've returned to the academy not as a student, but as its master. The heart of the abyss was now a part of me, a dark secret that would soon consume them all. System notification. New main mission, Dominion. To truly control the Academy, I must become its strongest. The upcoming ranking tournament is my stage. My first challenge, the rank 3 student. He thought my recent victories were a fluke. Poor fool. He had no idea he was facing a gravity 50-fold. It was too easy. The power I now possessed was beyond anything they could comprehend. System, victory. The gap between us was not just level. It was knowledge. I could feel her gaze. Elena, she was confused, scared. The man she thought she knew was gone. Good. Let her fear me. I needed utility. The system unlocked the shadow magic skill tree. Time to invest my AP in something. Unseen, Shadow Servant. My first summon. Small, weak, but perfect for infiltration and spying. The shadows of the Academy were now my eyes and ears. My little shadows brought me interesting news. The Crown Prince, my future murderer, was arriving tomorrow for an inspection. The timing was perfect. Let the world cheer for their prince. I will be the one they fear. The game is just beginning, and I am holding all the cards. The Golden Lion of the Empire has arrived. Prince KL. In my past life, I bowed to him while he plotted my execution. Never again. He played the part of the perfect savior so well. And Elena. She was already positioning herself as his future queen. A nest of vipers. I didn't lower my gaze. For a brief moment, the prince felt the overwhelming weight of a soul that had already killed him once. You have strange eyes for a lowly noble, the prince remarked. His voice was calm, but his hand was trembling slightly. I whispered, "Be careful, your highness. Shadows grow longest just before the sun sets." His face turned pale as ash. System, hidden condition met. Reward, stat boost, and a new title. I'm breaking the world's balance. What are you doing, Arthur? You can't speak to the prince like that, she screamed. She was terrified. Her ticket to the throne was threatened. Don't touch me with those hands, I said. I could still feel the phantom pain. Her touch made my skin crawl, but I didn't have time for her. The system was screaming. The Academy massacre was starting 3 days early. They think they are the ones in control. They are about to find out that the shadows now belong to me. Once, I was the one being hunted, but the tides of time have turned, and this life belongs to my blade. They strike from the ceiling, thinking they are the masters of the dark. They have no idea what truly lurks within the shadows. Gravity is more than a force. It is a law, and in this domain, I am the only judge. Your steel cannot reach me. Everything you throw is just another weight for me to control. Arise. Let us show these killers the true meaning of an unstoppable army. Let the Academy halls run cold. Every traitor and every puppet will fall before the sun rises. Do not be afraid, Elena. I have walked through death itself to make sure this future remains different. Your life ends here. Tell your master that the hunter has finally come home. The past is a heavy burden, but I will carry it until every last debt is paid in full. The Central Tower. It seems the main event has finally begun. The system never misses a chance for a climax. Hidden boss detected. Finally, the piece of the puzzle I have been waiting for. I am coming for you. No matter how high you hide, my gravity will bring you back to Earth. Malphas. It has been a long time since we last met in the ruins of my world. Today, the ending changes. Malphas, the man who pulled the strings of my destruction. He looks at me and sees a child. He has no idea he's looking at his executioner. He thinks his divine flame can purify the world, but even light cannot escape the pull of a black hole. Gravity skill Event Horizon. Everything your god gave you, I will crush it into nothingness. 2 is low in the time it took you to cast one spell. I've already lived 100 battles in my mind. You are outmatched. Priest. System. Unique skill, Soul Devour, activated. I don't just want your life, Malphas. I want your memories. I want to know everyone who aided the prince. The prince arrived just in time to see his greatest ally fall. The fear in Kale's eyes was the sweetest wine. I landed right in front of them. The monolith trash had just killed a high priest. The silence was absolute. Found this on the traitor, your highness. Strange. It has the same royal seal as your ring. Care to explain? The seeds of doubt were planted. Social execution is far more painful for a man who lives for his reputation. System. Revenge progress updated. The prince is trapped, but the real masterminds are still hiding. The game is expanding. Te Capital. The place where my family's blood was spilled to cement a tyrant's throne. I returned as a corpse once. I return as a king now. I walked through the streets unnoticed. Yet the atmosphere changed wherever I went. The shadows of the city were already greeting their new master. System, infiltration quest active. The Emperor's secret archive. That's where the evidence of the prince's treason is hidden. I just need a distraction. Rise. Cause enough chaos in the merchant district to draw the royal guards away. Show them that the shadows have arrived in the capital. Elena followed the prince to the capital, desperate to fix the mess I made. She still thinks she can play both sides. She has no idea I'm watching her every move. Skill, shadow step. The most secure palace in the world is like an open field to me. Physical walls mean nothing to a monarch. There it was, the contract between the Emperor and the Nox organization. My family wasn't betrayed by just a prince, the entire bloodline is corrupt. Intruder, they shouted. Elite guards, trained to kill mages. They were fast, but they were still human. A fatal mistake when facing a god. Gravity domain absolute 0. Stay down. You aren't even worth the mana it takes to kill you. The palace is in chaos. The revolution has begun. By tomorrow morning, the people will know the truth, and the Emperor will know fear. People of the capital, look at the truth your son has hidden in the shadows. The contract of blood that sold your souls to the Nox. I didn't need to lead them. I only had to show them the chains they were already wearing. A revolution is a fire that only needs a single spark. The Emperor's elite Silver Shield Knights moved to silence me. They still believe that numbers can defeat a monarch. How pitiful. Gravity, impact. Every step I take is the weight of 1,000 sins they committed against my family. None shall stand. Elena and KL, the golden couple, was now trapped in a crumbling cage. They looked for an exit, but the shadows I planted weeks ago were finally closing in. System, title regressor has evolved. You are now the bane of tyrants. All damage against royal blood increased by 200%. The system wants their end as much as I do. Beyond these doors sits the man who signed my death warrant. The Emperor, the man who thinks he is a god. Knock, knock, your judgment has arrived. And I didn't come for an apology, I came for your crown. You dare! The Emperor thundered. His voice alone shook the palace. But I was no longer a boy who could be frightened by loud noises. I don't just dare, old man. I've already won. Look behind you. Your shadow is no longer yours. The Emperor's own shadow turned against him. He spent decades ruling with fear, but he forgot that fear is the ultimate weapon of the dark. He called it holy judgment. I called it a waste of mana. My gravity magic doesn't just block light, it devours Italiano. I didn't give him a second to breathe. In my past life, he was a mountain I couldn't climb. Now, he's just an obstacle in my path. Spatial rupture, a skill I unlocked by reaching level 100. I wasn't just hitting his body, I was shattering the very reality he ruled over. The sun has fallen for the first time in centuries. The palace was covered in a cold, beautiful darkness. My darkness. System, the fall of the monarch is complete. Reward. The authority of the ruler. I could feel the entire capital's manaples under my fingertips. And now, the guests of honor. They arrived just in time to see their world crumble. Their faces, they were finally showing the truth I had seen in my past life. Welcome, I said. My voice echoed through the empty hall. I believe you told me a life. Or perhaps 1,000 deaths. She tried to use her beauty one last time. She spoke of love, of being forced by the prince. Her lies were like ash in the wind. I felt nothing but boredom. The execution is too simple. The system has granted me a better idea. Welcome to your new home, the eternal abyss. You will never see the sun again. The Emperor was just a gatekeeper. With his death, the seal has broken. The true gods of the Nox are finally showing their faces. System notification, the tutorial is over. The world destruction event has begun. My level up speed must double if I want to survive. I don't need an army of humans who can feel fear. I need my legions. My shadows will be the wall that the end crashes against. General Kalara of the North, she was the only one who fought to the end in my past life. This time, she doesn't have to fight alone. Take this. Standard steel won't pierce the skin of an outer god. You'll need the power of the abyss to stand by my side. The first wave hit the border. These weren't men in masks. These were nightmares made of flesh and dark mana. The real war has started. Shadow dance. Infinite blades. Every swing takes 100 lives. I can feel the experience points flowing into me like a river of fire. I'm not fast enough. Level 120 is still too low. The system is demanding more. It wants me to hunt the kings of the outer realm. Something was watching me from the other side. Something that recognized my power. A king is calling for a duel. To save this world, I must leave it. I will go to the source and burn their kingdom to the ground. Wait for me. I won't be long. The void. The cradle of the Nux. Here, time flows differently, and the air itself tries to crush your soul. But I am the monarch of the abyss. System, environmental adaptation, initiated evolution to abyssal overlord form. My body is no longer human. It is a vessel for the ultimate power. These creatures have no physical form. They feed on fear. Too bad for them. I haven't felt fear since the day Elena killed me. I found the remains of those who tried to fight before me. Their failure is my map. Their essence will be my fuel. System. Skill God Eater activated. Absorbing the remnants of the first war. My level is skyrocketing beyond the limits of the world I left behind. The void tried to use my memories against me. It tried to make me regret. But regret is for the weak. I am the one who writes the future now. Finally, the king of the outer realm. The one who gave the orders. He doesn't have a face, but I can feel his confusion. He didn't expect a mortal to reach his throne. You call yourself a god? Then let's see if a god can bleed in the dark. Every strike felt like a mountain collapsing. Our battle shook the foundations of the void. This is the fight I was born for. He's strong. Stronger than any human could imagine. But he made one mistake. He didn't realize that the system was never meant to help me. The system is me. System. Ultimate skill ready. Rebirth of the void. The system wasn't a gift from the gods. It was my own soul, screaming for balance from a future that already ended. I am the system. Final skill. True regression blade. A weapon forged from the pain of 1,000 betrayals. This isn't magic. It's pure destiny. You claimed to be eternal, but in the face of my resolve, you are nothing but a shadow waiting to be erased. Running. To where every shadow in this universe reports to me now. There is no corner left for you to hide. Collapse. I took the entire realm of the Nox and crushed it into a single grain of sand. The source of evil has been neutralized. Primera return. Primera return. The war felt like centuries, but here, only minutes had passed. The threat was gone, but the scars remained. They saw the void through my eyes. It was more than their fragile minds could take. Their souls are trapped in that final betrayal. I didn't do this for glory. I did it because I was the only one who remembered the screams. I am the witness. System. Mission accomplished. The loop is closed. For the first time in 2 lives. I am free. The Emperor is dead. The Monarch is gone. Only Arta remains. And the world can finally write its own story. Peace is a lie, I told myself. I thought the war was over. That I could finally rest in these frozen woods, away from the systems. But the earth remembers. Ancient runes, buried deeper than any man should reach, are stirring once again. The ground itself is screaming in agony. A first guardian. A relic of an age that was supposed to be dead and gone. Its eyes burn with a fire I haven't seen in centuries. If the world wants its hero back, it's going to get a monster instead. I can feel the mana burning in my veins, demanding to be released. One touch is all it takes. Forced shut down, return to the dust you came from. This world doesn't belong to the ancients anymore. The system is responding. Ancient system detected a golden light. It's different from my own interface. The rules of this game are changing right now. I'm not alone out here. From the shadows of the pines, she emerges. Her eyes glow with the same unnatural light as the runes. I don't care who you are or what God sent you. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't end this right here, right now. She shows me a city in flames, choked by the world tree's roots. The king of nature is waking, and the world is its first meal. Fine. If the system wants a hunt, I'll give it one. The king of nature will fall, even if I have to burn the world down. The Emperor's light was a lie, but the world tree's hunger is real. It's not just destroying cities, it's drinking the mana of the world itself. This golden system, it's demanding. It doesn't give power for free. It requires me to harmonize with the very world that's trying to kill me. Ancient gravity, heavy atmosphere. I don't just increase weight anymore. I collapse the space around my enemies. I need to reach the heart of the forest of silence. The prophetess said the first key to the ancient system is hidden there, but I'm not the only one looking for it. The druids of the eternal seed. They worship the tree. To them, I'm not a hero, I am the cancer that needs to be removed. Shadows don't care about your gods or your trees. They only care about the command of their king. Clear the path. You talk about balance, while the world screams. I've seen the end. Druid. Your mother tree is just a hungry beast. System. Ancient key found. Sink in. 40%. The memories of the planet are entering my mind. I can see the first monarch. He looked just like me. The truth is more terrifying than I thought. I didn't just regress to save the world. I regressed because I was the one who destroyed it the first time. I am the hero and the villain, the savior and the monster. If the world wants to take me down, it better bring more than just trees. The system offered me a choice. Become the new god of this world and lose my heart, or destroy the tree and let humanity find its own way. I remembered the pain, but also the warmth of the sun before the war. A world ruled by a god is just another cage. I choose freedom. Even if I disappear with the magic, the ancient system, critical error. Deleting world logs. The age of systems and levels was finally coming to an end. My mission is done. The regressor has no more days to rewrite. I can finally rest. He gave them back their future. A world where destiny is written in the hearts of the people. The magic was gone. The monsters were gone. For the first time in 1,000 years, the world felt alive. They will never know his name, or the dark wars he fought. He was the shadow monarch who gave light. But somewhere, in a life without systems, crowns, and betrayal, maybe he is finally happy. Thank you for watching. This was the story of the man who broke the world to save it. Goodbye.